If you love metal detecting, you'll love Treasure Hunting magazine. Each month, we bring you a brilliant mix of real-life stories, expert tips, amazing finds, and all the inspiration you need to get out and enjoy the hobby. Written by detectorists, it's packed with useful info to help you read the land, improve your finds, and figure out what you've discovered. Whether you're just starting out in the hobby or you've been detecting for years, there's something for everyone. To subscribe to the UK's favourite metal detecting magazine, visit treasurehunting.co.uk today.
I never know what I'll find. But
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, it's the big detecting show. Bye.
It certainly is. And look who's here.
Yes, good evening.
Hi, Adrian.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Hiya. Where are you, Adrian?
In Kent.
You are not.
No, I'm in France, in Dunkirk.
And?
Sitting
Check
by
yourself.
the port of Dunkirk, with the boy wonder. Hi, Dave. Hi, Donna.
Hello, you
Hi,
all right?
nephew.
Don't you worry, we're on it.
Yeah, good boy.
Hello to everyone. Something I didn't know about France, they stopped serving alcohol at 8 o'clock on the weekday.
Sure.
No, seriously. They
So why the hell did you go there?
well, me and Boy Wonder, we were very confused because we bought some alcohol to watch the show and be there live, and I didn't have a bottle opener, so Tom went into a bar and they opened it up for him, but said don't let us know. But anyway, we're in Dunkirk. It is, and if anyone wants to go for a holiday and they're into metal detecting or history, go to Dunkirk. Excuse
Really?
the traffic noise. Yeah. There is so much here. It is
I
unbelievable.
thought you couldn't go detecting in France.
You
Unless you're
can't.
obviously
You
in a bottom.
can't. But the museums are, I don't like saying this, but a little bit, they make our museums look a little bit bad. So me and Tom went to First World War Fortress today on the sand dunes. We went in the museum and probably 4 hours worth of museum time, and it was like 17 quid. And the exhibitions were fantastic. absolutely fantastic. Like
Philip
integrated
Will says
screens.
that restaurants serve wine 24/7.
Yes, but that's if you're in a restaurant. But me and him probably got thrown out of a bar. Talking about the war and things. Excuse the noise because I'm right. Hence the flashing. I'm right near a main road.
Oh wow.
Oh, sorry, we thought you were in a dogging car park.
No, we didn't.
Donna
You're
did.
terrible.
Might see down there. So I'm right in the port. Right in the port. So anyway, sorry. Carry on.
You were talking about the museum. So when you're saying that they are better value, is that just the time you spend in them, or is it because the exhibitions have got more stuff in them?
Both.
Yeah.
The cost, the integration, so screens, you get given a sound device to go around the museum, and bringing up kids in England, taking them to a museum, and then coming here, they really, really do. Tom, you were really impressed with the museums, weren't you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, massively. They are so good, and they speak English because like you
Yeah.
come over here thinking, we're English and they're not. They speak English and the translation things are really good. But it was so cool. I honestly
So
could
which
say.
museum did you visit in Dunkirk?
So we went to the Dynamo Museum, which is in Dunkirk.
Yes. If
That
anyone
That
doesn't
show your
know,
old dynamos.
yeah, no.
Yeah, so they invented the first dynamo lighting system for the 1977 rally bike.
If anyone
No,
doesn't know, the Operation Dynamo was the operation basically to evacuate our troops or the Allied troops at Dunkirk after Belgium was invaded. So that was May 1940. Yeah.
And as we're talking about the war and we're talking about France, if he's still in the chat, hello to Nick West. I hope you're feeling a lot better, young man.
Yes, Nick.
Sorry,
yes,
I've
bless
not
him.
been in contact. I've been away all for the past 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah, close shave, Nick. But you gave us all a heads up on how important it is just to tell somebody where you're going and to make sure you're contactable and make sure that people know roughly about what time you're going to get back as well. Says Lady Martin, who just sneaked off to the fields today.
Well, I don't know about you two and everybody else, but I think I've got jet lag from the last
4 rallies in 5 weekends. I did.
But David, I think you had quite a very, very, very nice find at Rodney Cook, didn't you?
He really did.
Yes, I did.
Come
Do
on,
I have to
show
do
us.
show and
Come
tell
on,
now?
come on, show us.
Yes, whip
Means
it
I
out.
have to do this. Get it out.
Yes, that wasn't all he whipped out at RCM.
Well, first
We
of
won't
all,
talk
there was
about that.
woo. There was a nice Roman ring.
That's beautiful.
Sorry, it's not better. And then up next came a beautiful Tudor hairpin, which is most delightful.
Can
That's
you shine your
gorgeous.
torch on me?
And then I had the edge of a Bronze Age axe head.
Wow.
Not a full one, unfortunately. And then, last but by no means least, I had.
Oh,
You can't get it. Have you got
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Pop a photo up.
I'll just send the picture to our WhatsApp group because I did actually take a photo of it not long before it came on air. I found can we say a Celtic Romano fully intact brooch? That sound about right?
Yeah. Oh my God. He's there. Look. There is light. And we can see you.
Thanks to your son's fine.
You look great. He's all right. He's going to get done for drinking in the street shortly. Police will pull up next door to him.
don't tell me about police and France and the laws. Crikey.
Oh, I know.
There's
I
so
know.
many. compared to driving in England. But anyway, we're going to Normandy.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Hasn't that cleaned up? Nice.
That's been for all the use of the composite cleaning pencil range. There you go. Is that better?
that is a cracking find.
Looks
honestly,
like it would have had some enamel in it as well, doesn't it?
You can see the colour in several areas.
Yeah. I wish you'd recorded that call that you gave me in the field. My phone was ringing. I was in the field on Sunday morning, and it was like, Donna, is it? What is it? What do you think it is? Is it? I said, yeah, it's a Latin style brooch. Is it really?
That was whoa. That wasn't the Latin style brooch was last week.
That one is. It's Roman, but it's early. It's really nice.
No, the Latin brooch was the week before.
Yes, it is, and that one also is influenced by that period of design.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had a good couple of days, really.
You really have.
You have. You've done really, really well, Dave. Really well.
Incredible. My I can't even talk. My silver gilt ring went into. I've been told not to talk so much. My silver gilt ring went into the flow on Monday, and she thinks it's an absolute cracker. And it's not just being sent. So normally what happens is a photograph is sent to the British Museum, but this is actually being taken to the British Museum for examination. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Yeah,
very
really
interesting.
So absolutely.
Unfortunately for me, as most of us detectorists have the issue with getting to the FLO. Good lad. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to rely on Shane when he next goes to see the FLO, because I work Monday to Friday in the hours that the FLOs generally work around this area, coming down to the Congleton Museum or for the Northwest FLO or for the Staffordshire FLO to the Stoke Museum. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to rely on the boy Holdcroft when they come around.
And that is a problem, when we're talking about flows. The fact that some of them only make themselves available on weekdays. Some of them do weekend surgeries every now and then, but most people have to work.
But at the same time, we have to take into account that the FLOs have to work, which really does push to suggest that a new way of actually dealing and recording with fines takes place sooner rather than later. Because with the amount of detectorists in the UK, and we spoke at length about this, the amount of over the last couple of weeks, the amount of detectorists in the UK, therefore, there's more fines coming up, therefore, FLO's getting busier. Something needs to break somewhere.
Yeah. Well, a digital. I was talking to my float about it, and contrary to what Mr. Tamlin thinks, the new digital system is coming. So it's not far off actually being launched. And what will happen is you will be not sending your photos up to a database. You will be sending pictures of your fines basically into your local flow. And they'll say yay or nay. We want it in, we don't want it in. So
Adrian, we've got somebody watching from further afield than you.
Sorry?
We've got someone watching from further afield than you. Maggie Molly. Maggie Molly's in Spain.
Oh, hello Maggie Molly. I'm more worried because I've realised I'm standing. You can't see that. Knobhead sitting there. And there's about, God, what's that? 100-foot drop into the sea. 100-foot drop. You probably can't see it.
And you've been drinking.
Yeah, and I'm very concerned.
I think
we better go soon because
you need to find a restaurant so you can have some wine.
No, we got wine, but I must admit, France for me. It's been a few years since I come here, and everyone is so welcoming and nice. It's clear, and even though I have had a little bit of abuse shouted at me from standing on a bridge, in Dunkirk.
That's because you had your
walking
top
over it.
off again, isn't it?
Well, I've got the special one with me, so he gives
They're
them a
shouting
lot.
at
He's
him.
laughing in the background. He gives a bit of abuse. He's like your son, Dave. He's bigger than us, so he can handle himself. But
So,
How long are you there for, Adrian?
That's what I was going to ask.
I'm back Sunday, so we're driving to Normandy tomorrow.
Wonderful.
We're going to the V1, V2 museum, which Hitler. Can't say that on the show. And we're then going to stay in a World War II farmhouse, which was the Germans had it occupied. Then the British took control. Then the Americans. So we're going out in the Willys Jeep for the day. So
Wow.
yeah, all good stuff. All good stuff.
Yeah. So is that just you and Tom, or are you
Yeah.
with the group?
No,
Yeah,
the housing manager, I don't think would appreciate it because it's just like museums, drinking and walking and looking. Well, I sent some pictures on the chat today.
So are you going to go to any of the cemetery sites while you're out there?
Yes, we are. But more importantly, we want to look at the artifacts, so the bunkers.
I'd recommend,
like
if it's anything like Belgium, I'd recommend trying to source some of the privately owned museums as well, where people put up their own collections, because they're normally really eclectic. They've got some.
Oh God, Dave's pictures up.
Donna did ask to. She did actually ask to see some photographs, send some photos. So that was the first one. The second one, I love the vinyl look on that one.
I did say these were
laminate,
artistic.
MDF with laminate. Yeah,
marvelous.
Very artistic.
Tom's hand in his pocket and something about day trip travelers, and then the ceiling as well, which quite pretty, really.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I did send
and then there's some woman, and then
look at that. That is so cool.
That's a great photo.
Yeah, we're exploring proper.
There's a lumbering oath in that one, though.
Well, I'll tell you something. Tom said to me, "Dad, have you booked out the whole museum or everything we've gone to? Didn't you, Knobhead?"
Well, yeah, I'll say so. Yeah,
yeah. And we have been able to go to a lot of relics and artifacts, and it's been empty, absolutely empty. So if you want to come out to France and look at that photo. Look at that.
Brilliant photo. Yeah, superb. So whereabouts is that at? Is that in the museum in Dunkerque, or is that on the beach, or?
That was in it was Port, wasn't it? It was
Port de France. No, Port.
Well, just somewhere near Dunkirk. We can't quite remember. We were sober when we did that, but we're not now.
Well, that one begs to differ.
What's that?
Yeah, if anyone's just listening to this on a podcast, can I just say that we are actually looking at pictures that Adrian has sent from his trip to Dunkirk with Tom, and they are just total random pictures. Apart from one Tom,
Adrian, Nick West says, Adrian, go to the Bayer War Cemetery.
Yes, that's on our list. Who said that?
Nick West.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Oh, bless you, mate. I hope you're well and okay. But
we've done this through Nick, I would say.
Yeah, Nick.
Because
you have been. Yeah, my son said that. He said Nick West has made us. He's given us the drive and the passion to do this. And
isn't that amazing?
I'm so lucky. I've got a son who follows me in my passion of World War II and stuff. So
I wish I lived as close.
He's a good lad.
I'm here. Don't you worry.
Hello, darling.
I love you.
Well, because it's bloody. Well, we're
twins,
we're literally right near the docks of Dunkirk right now.
Why whispering?
On a motorway.
Well, no, don't worry, Dave. There's loads of West Ham fans out here, and so it's all good. But no, I will say thanks to Nick. What Dad's told me about Nick West is that when Nick mentioned about the whole trip to like Dunkirk and Normandy and etc., me and Dad thought, nah, we've got to do that, and we have, and we're enjoying it a lot. Even though this is only our first night, but we're going to enjoy it. We're going even more down, and like Dad said, anyone who wants to go out to Normandy or anything, you got to do it.
Do
It
it.
is brilliant. It is
Do it.
absolute. Not for the beer, I would say.
No, but it
But-
helps.
Yeah, it is absolutely brilliant. Just the history about the church over there as well.
Although I will say it live on the show, the English translation from the French wording was Dunkirk, the mass deportation, was a failure for the French, but a bonus for the English, wasn't it?
Well,
And
that's-
we were
French-
reading it all translated, and they were
Yeah.
like, it weren't that big a thing. And the English were like, yeah, it was really good. And the French were like, oh, it didn't work well. And I'm like, yes, that's because sorry, this is going global, but yeah, I got a little bit irated in the museum. I was like, Tom, did you read that? The French said, ah. But
Well,
anyway,
it didn't go well for the French because they had to defend from the Germans while the English were evacuated. So they had to actually meet the Germans head on.
yeah,
French
English were
resistance
evacuated.
story.
yeah, it's a lot of French resistance stories and things. But yeah, so but more importantly, the British did a fantastic job.
no, they did.
1,500 craft which were privately owned to evacuate people. And
Public.
one of the things that really got me was the British Navy supplied people who were evacuating the British from Normandy. Do you know what PPE they got, or clothing they got? A duffel coat and some wellies. That's what
Yep.
they got given, issued. A duffel
You
coat
drown
and some
in
wellies.
the duffel coat and wellies, to be fair.
Yeah,
if you
well,
really-
there was a lot of wellies in the museums and duffel
Yeah.
coats. But
I bet.
yeah, just bless it. Anyway, me and him are going to go shortly. So
You have
I
a
think-
wonderful rest of your trip. And what
Yeah.
a wonderful thing to do, father and son. These are memories that you'll hold close to your heart forever,
Yeah,
I think.
I wish I
Well,
live closer to the
Well,
South
wish me
Coast.
luck, because I got to deal with him.
Yeah,
Like,
you
know.
have, Tom. But to be fair, just drink more, and then you won't mind.
No, that's what I'm trying to do. Nah,
I
jokes
think
aside, nah,
Tom
we're
would have
enjoying it.
I think Tom would have enjoyed himself last Saturday night, Adrian.
Oh, Dave. Well,
No, don't mention it. I've heard, Dave, and for PG context, we will say it was a very good night, and I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Yeah.
Kumbaya.
Dad
Oh,
enjoyed himself
Lord.
pretty much.
Kumbaya. Thank you, everyone. Over and out from Dunkirk,
From Dunkirk.
in France. And we haven't been arrested, even though a lot of people have looked at us.
Just yet. We'll see.
A lot. I'm worried about that drop down there.
Yeah.
It's a big
Don't
drop.
forget to send photos of him when he falls. I mean, don't forget to send pictures over the weekend.
If he fell in there,
photos.
he wouldn't get out. No way. The current there, and that is like a massive drop. I'm holding on. I'm scared.
It is. Oh, my phone.
I dropped the phone. I'm so
Oh, then he went
scared.
in the water.
Right. Thank you very much, Donna, David.
Au revoir, mon
Last
ami.
weekend was an absolute blast. Can I just say,
It was.
for seeing you all, it was Rodney
Yeah.
Cook was absolute legend, and I'm so pleased we sung the song we did. Anyway,
Which
take
one?
care, everyone,
We'll finish
and I'll
on that
update you
tonight.
next week if I don't get arrested again.
Yeah, if you don't
Bye.
get
See you
arrested.
later, Dave. See you later, Donna.
Bye. This is Adrian and his son Tom leaving us from Dunkirk. So I've been made more aware that people are listening to us on podcasts. Did you know that?
Yes, there are a lot of people. Obviously, now the podcast is sponsored by Metal Detecting News, metaldetectingnews.co.uk. You can obviously go there anytime, sign up for that. That's our podcast sponsor. So this podcasts do go on regularly now. He has my word. And I've also found other things
And
that the
can we give
podcast
a heads
actually
up?
does.
While we're talking about Mr. TC, Tony Kaywood, for his Metal Detecting News channel. And if you haven't visited Metal Detecting News channel yet, if you do subscribe to it, you could be in with a chance of winning regular prizes. And he tells us all the metal detecting news, which is why we don't have to read loads of it out on the show.
In fact, we don't read any. Yes, we do. We do read some.
We do when I'm here.
We've also got, obviously, from the last couple of weekends, lots of things that we know are in the pipeline from ourselves and from other companies and organisations. One in particular, hopefully it looks like there's going to be something big coming over Christmas.
All right. Hello, James, by the way. Excuse me. Go on.
We missed James at the weekend.
We did miss James at the weekend. You were missed James at the weekend. We have got loads of new people in as well. Wow. Yeah, we'll read some names out in a minute. So at Christmas...
No, we're not reading names out. There are too many.
We will. Some of them.
Shut up, woman.
Some new ones. Did you know that...
I'll tell you, do you know what the best thing for me about the weekend was? So, one of our guests from about 4 or 5 weeks ago, Matt Jones from Digstock Events, himself and his partner, Jess, came over to the Rodney Cook last week. And it was, well, I spent most of my time, I don't know how I actually found them fans because I spent most of my time talking to Matt and Jess, and it was an absolute blast. And I feel like I've known them all my life now. It's it made two exceptional friends, and they live in America. What's that about?
I saw them on the field on Sunday morning, and they said they'd had an absolute blast, and they had some brilliant finds between them as well. They've got some really cool stuff to take back with them.
They did indeed. I think he got 120 odd buttons as well between them.
They're going to be coming on the show, I think, in a couple of weeks, aren't they?
Yeah, okay. Next week it's yourself and Adrian, and whatever you decide to do. The following week they'll be back on because Matt might have some big news.
Ooh.
Mm.
So what was
Adrian didn't find a fibula. Sorry?
I keep asking, what was happening over Christmas? You said some big news over Christmas.
Well, I'm not telling anyone.
Oh, see,
100% not confirmed yet. I'm still waiting for confirmation and stuff. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Okay. Well,
it could be one of the biggest big detecting shows yet.
The biggest big detecting. Can we title it the biggest big detecting show?
No, that's just silly.
We can. No, the biggest big detecting show at
Look
Christmas.
below, yeah. The name of the show is the Big Detecting Show. It's not the biggest big detecting show.
But if it's the biggest big detecting show, then that's what we'll have to call it at Christmas. No?
Donna.
Anyway, I heard from Mr. Pettican at the weekend, the nearest Nocta Nomad, that beta testing begins in a few weeks' time. So we're going to be hearing more about that soon and how that's all going. So hopefully that will be with us shortly. A little Dicky Bird told me that it is Julian Ebenhart's birthday.
Merry birthday. Merry 69th birthday, Mr. Ebenhart. Not joking, really.
Yes, merry birthday. And can we just do the thanks to Gary and the Marshalls for putting on 3 awesome Rodney Cook Memorial events, Melksham, Kemble and Ham, Wiltshire. And oh my God.
Wiltshire Ham.
Wiltshire Ham. We had some, I did cop out though. I did actually get an Airbnb for the last one because of Storm at Amy. And I was glad I did. There were tents in the hedge on Saturday morning when I went back to the field.
As you've seen at the start of the show, we were actually stood in front of one when we were
Yep. It was
recording.
Unbelievable. And those people, any of you who are in the chat, who are watching now, who are listening later, if you were brave enough to camp in that storm and you saw it through, it must have been so scary. I actually felt guilty for staying in an Airbnb.
Talking of Mr. Pettican, he's made Adrian look like Steve's neck there.
Well he has, yep.
Sending me these pictures earlier on, and it was me. Actually, proof of that was that was when it just before it persisted it down.
There is a picture of you with a crisp stuck to your knee somewhere.
Shane's got that one, yeah.
We should say there was a picture of Adrian and then a picture of, oh my Lord, picture of Dave, and there's a picture of you walking in with a certain lady who is in the chat, Claire Franklin, who
I was
declares
not walking in with them. They were escorting me as I am a lord.
they were.
And they were both carrying an item of my particulars.
Your particulars that you had out in the field. We did actually lose Dave on. It was on Saturday, wasn't it? You were the last back in from the field. You were having such a nice time.
I was loving it. I'd spent all morning talking, and then everybody disappeared on me, and I was like, nah, carrying on. So I had 4 phone calls to see where I was, if I was still alive. And it was about 6 o'clock when I come back, wasn't it?
It was grand. Yeah, we were waiting for you.
Nick Berry lost his eyesight, but we won't talk about that. It's a PC show.
Sorry, yeah, there's some videos that we can't show. It was so nice to meet so many new people as well, and I really did get to know Tidy Treasure and got to know Wayne a bit. Got collared by Mr. Tamlin several times, NCMD. So hi, Alan, if you're watching this back anytime soon.
Congratulations to Stephen Brame. It's his 4th year anniversary of detecting today. And you've come so far as well, Stephen. You've made a lot of friends, and you've made a lot of great finds.
Stephen has actually...
We did mention that we missed you last weekend. I kept you a space just in case.
Yeah, we did miss him. And he actually smashed it at first and second off CM. He didn't come to the third. He had such a great time. Some really, really good finds. And I tell you who's in the chat, who is a really good detectorist and who had some really amazing finds over all the rallies. Me. And that's Dean, Who's Your Daddy. Dean, Who's Your Daddy had some cracking finds. I had Nout on the last rally, but I think I jinxed it by finding that ring. So, I mean, talking about finds, I'd like to know if anyone can identify this.
Dzień dobry to Dominic Tomczyk, who I spoke to, not realising it was him, but then I realised it was him, and all was groovy. And his mate, I'm just trying to bring the picture up because I've cancelled it. Is that it? Here we are. And also, his mate had the world's greatest hat on. Right, I've got that picture up, Donna.
Oh, that way.
Donna would like your assistance in trying to identify this. Personally, I thought it was cat poo.
It's not cat poo. I'm wondering if it's the top of a spring of an Iron Age brooch, but it's too weird.
Are you holding up holding up the thing at the same time so people get an estimate of size?
Yeah, I am. If I hold it up against it looks like a butterfly. If you hold it the other way up, it almost looks like
cat poo.
Yeah, it's twisted spring. So it's come off an Iron Age site. It's not twisted wire. It looks like it's got a surface that's kind of come off it. And I thought, it is a piece of twisted wire, and it's not, because it's solid. So it's
Iron Age cat poo.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's woven like that, it's sort of Le 10, but I've not seen anything like it at all before. So
can you stop saying Le 10 now? I'd never heard the name until 2 weeks
ago. Or rather, as Jane calls it, Le Tenor, because it's not tenor. That's something to do with older ladies. Thankfully, I haven't got the name.
The suggestion that it could be a snake buckle.
No, it's too small, Angie. Thank you. It's sort of the same shape.
Iron Age cat poo.
Iron Age cat poo. Yeah, we're leaning more towards Iron Age cat poo. No, it's not Iron Age cat poo. I also found a cut quarter today as well, which is nice. And that was good. I was out with the Legend with the little 4-inch coil on it. I do like that. I think
so. I mean, I haven't got. I suppose we could. I could actually bring it up. If I go over to the Rodney Cook page, I can actually bring up and just go through some of the finds for those who weren't available to.
Nick Berry said a mask for a small cat. I do actually have a small cat, Nick.
Or medieval, Iron Age cat poo.
John said zoomorphic snake. Yeah, it's got that kind of feel to it, John. Sort of the nose and tail thing, but it's almost like a knot. So what have we got there? We look like we have got a very early
That's
penny.
a Hindu hammered coin.
Is it a Hindu hammered
No,
coin?
it's
Is
not.
it? It's not. That's not. That's an odd one. Who is that? There's one that I don't
Kevin.
recognise. No, that's 11th century. That one. That's a really nice.
Now
sword.
let me say this: is it a sword hanger thing?
Yes. Yeah, it is that one. Yeah, really nice. That'd be 17th century. That's Edward penny. And then we've got a really nice Celtic unit. I can't remember.
Now, quite a few of these were coming up at up the top. So
yeah,
it's
at
the site you had the lower fields.
Is that a stator or is that a quarter stator?
I have no idea.
It's the wheel type.
It's a horsey
one.
coin with a wheel and a sun.
Yeah. So if you're listening on podcast, it is a gold Celtic coin, and the horse is jumping over a wheel, and there's a sort of a flower sun in the sky, and the horse has got a mane and.
I think the horse he's gone a bit mental because he's got sunstroke, so he's just jumping over the wheel.
Yeah, I mean, I think that represents a chariot when it's got a wheel underneath it, and that's another one. Yeah. Is that the reverse of the same coin?
Yes.
Didn't look the same shape. We've got a Republican denarius there, and what's that underneath? Looks a little bit like a
part of a ring, hammered coin,
so
and that looks a bit zoomorphic. I don't know what it is.
Like a zoomorphic spout, isn't it?
Yes.
A Roman ring, Republican denarius, and that looks like a hammered coin as well, like a long cross. And then we've got another Edward penny and another Edward penny long cross next to it. And then, don't know what that is on the left. It looks like an as or something. Roman. And then a Bronze Age awl. And then we have got a Constantine, a coin of Constantine, Roman coin. And then we've got another Roman ring. And we've also got, don't know what that is some kind of linchpin and another Constantine. And that's a Tudor. Well, it's a earring, isn't it? I think. Yeah. Or a stud. And then we've got a nice double loop spectacle buckle. Not sure what the gold or the gilded thing is. Looks a bit like a brooch or a pendant. And then a flat round coin, which is a bit like the size of a penny. I don't think it will be a penny if somebody's showing it. Might be. Really nice. I think that's about Edward IV. That'll be a great.
I think Seb from Ragdon's actually had something up not dissimilar to that. But it actually looked bigger until he showed us in his own hands because from
that says Henry on that. So because
Seb's hands are actually child hands. So it's probably a dead small coin, really.
That's obviously why he's good at fixing metal detectors because he can get them in the little things. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, what a beautiful coin as well. That looks a little bit like the kind of quality of my cut quarter that I found today. Mine's a little bit older though. Then we've got a fines box here with looks like a Roman fibula in there just for Adrian. It looks like we've got a fibula catch plate. We've got an Edward penny. We've got some kind of a mount. Got a really nice gilded. What is the gilded thing? Did you see that out in the field?
No, that's an hurdy-gurdy.
That's a hurdy-gurdy. It's not.
Yeah.
We've got a William coin. Looks like a shilling. And then we've got looks like Elizabeth as well, silver hammered. And then we've got 3 Roman coins and a rose farthing there. So they're radiate coins. And then we've got another very, very similar, if not the same, Celtic stater, gold stater or quarter stater. Why are you frowning?
Because I had something up at last week's RCM, not this week's, just gone the week before, that we thought was a rose farthing, and I can't remember what it is or what it was.
Very small. You can always tell a rose farthing, so that they're almost square in shape, some of them. They're quite irregular, so they don't come up as round. That's another great. I wonder if these are how they came up out of the field. Nice cut half there. Looks like it's one of those Richard John ones. Trevor ones. Really nice strap end there. Yeah, very nice strap end. Another grape. All these grapes come from the same place. And then that looks like a quarter stater to me, gold quarter stater. That's the other side of that. Really nice buckle. So that's it's a Roman sort of military type buckle with 2 horses' heads on it, sort of zoomorphic type horses' heads. Yeah, really nice. And a quarter stater. That's a uniface, where uniface means it's only got a design on one side. And then we've got that's another denarius. Looks like an early one.
I think I'm right in saying. No, I'm not. Or am I? That might be Shane's, because I know Shane took some photographs. He took some flints.
He's taking some artistic photographs. So you've got on there. You've got a spectacle buckle.
Complete.
It looks complete. I like a nice spectacle buckle. Looks like there's some kind of, I don't know if that's a brooch sticking out from that. Looks like there's a fibula underneath it. Then you've got coil of Constantine at the front. You've got is that a short cross behind it? Can't see properly. Could be a short cross or avoided long cross. And then you've got a couple of mounts at the back and a couple of crusty coins as well. Is that a bead as well that he's got there?
No idea.
Yeah, there's several things there, and they're all presented on a great big flint. That's nice. Back-to-back moons. And that's on a unit, isn't it? That's an odd coin. I haven't seen one of those before. I think somebody else said that was a really unusual quarter stater that came up. That's a piece of axe head. Small axe head, one's Ajax head. Then we've got a long cross hammered, and don't know what the other one is. Yeah, that's the same unit again. Quarter stater. Is that the other side of it? And that's a different one on a banana, photographed on a banana.
That inevitably has got to be something related to Nick Berry.
What, artistic?
No, because Nick Berry had a banana box to keep his single banana in.
I mean, that looks to me there like it's silver, but the other one looked like it was gold.
That to me looks like Will-o'-the-Wisp.
Does not. The back-to-back moons are usually a symbol of Boudica. Really nice skeet or shat, as we should say. They are called shats. The SCEATT is pronounced shat. And then we've got James II shilling, isn't it? Really nice enamelled ring. And that's not ring money. That looks like a hair ring. I think that one's quite small, isn't it? Like gold ring. And then we've got another one of those units. I keep saying unit when I mean quarter stater, where it's the horse jumping over the wheel. And the grounds on the back, Wheatfield. And then another shat. And
I had it go there.
That's a really nice seal ring, that.
Lovely.
A seal ring, matrix seal, yeah. And then another, I mean, the shats or skeets, we call them, are all Saxon coins. And these are varying designs. It's nice to see those. Really,
Steve, who was with me, Steve Real.
Yeah, this is a really unusual type of Roman brooch. They're actually quite early military brooches.
Oh, the one at the bottom?
Yes, the one at the bottom.
On the top is 2 partridges, I believe, sitting on something that looks like a snake, but it's not. That's a matrix seal, but it's an intaglio, so it was like a glass rather than the metal.
Yeah, it helps if you've actually seen the finds as well, doesn't it, rather than seeing them in photographs. A really beautiful, stunning S buckle, really lovely snake buckle that looks like snakes with scales. Really nice. I think that's going to be a farthing, isn't it? That's going to be a small one.
Are you asking me?
Why? Oh, I don't know. Constantine coin again. The beaded ones, the ones with the diadems, are always that House of Constantine period. And then we've got a Roman enamel brooch. And then we've got that one looks like an early Republican coin. So that's small, like the ones of Caesar with the laurels on. I mean, I can't really see what those are, but somebody's finds box, they've had
There's a few Romans, silver, early Victoria, and a battered Jetton, I think.
So Stuart found a battered Jetton, and somebody found this really nice early Romano British brooch, Iron Age, I think. Yeah,
that actually
really
gives
nice.
you a better look at it, doesn't it? That one.
Yeah, that's a stunning photo,
and you can see the different colours in it as well.
Yeah. It's just a crossover period from the Iron Age into the
and
Roman.
That's the reverse, which has got the full. That's me, by the way.
Yes, I can see that pin properly now. Do you know what? I just could not get that pin. It looked to me like it had 2 pins on it, like a double pin, like a hairpiece. That's what I kept saying. I think it's a hairpin. It's not. I can see that's the clasp at the back now.
Cool.
There you go. Buckle with a plate. James Barnes is saying skeetars. They're not, James, darling. Officially, they are called shatters. If you ask the
That's one that which is a good picture to send this one. That's Dominic Tomczyk in the middle, and his mate with his fantastic dwarf hat. And the hills behind are the hills where we were detected on Sunday. So to the right of that, to the far right, is where I stayed in one field and had lots of things.
Honestly, the height on those fields when you're underneath them is incredible. I don't know how tall they are. Really nice strip of gold. I'm assuming that's going to be Bronze Age. That's really beautiful. Another shatter.
You've said 3 different names for that now.
James Barnes is saying skeeters, and they're not officially. The coin people at the BM call them shatters.
Skeeter's off the Muppets, isn't he?
But there's a few of them come up, and these are the last RCM. I mean, if it hadn't have been for the wind, that was so unfortunate. It was so windy. It was 50-mile-an-hour plus gusts.
That's a dog lead swivel part medieval.
Yeah, part medieval. What's the other part?
I've got to also thank Paul C. So when I left everybody on Saturday and went up to the fields on my own, I bumped into Paul C. from Crawford's, and he's a Mind Lab detect expert. And I said, "This is doing my bloody head in." And I told him why. The machine going off its head constantly, the Manticore. And he put me right. And thereafter, I had no trouble whatsoever and started finding lots of things.
So you're not going to fiddle about with it at all?
No, it wasn't that. I had something set too high.
Yeah, you've always got to set the sensitivity a little bit lower, and especially for rallies, because you don't detect at a rally like you detect on your own sites at all. Another Roman coins. There's a lot of Roman coins coming. That looks like Claudius, actually. That's that strap end again.
Mm-hmm.
It's close up with that strap end. Really nice fibula or bow brooch. And another looks like, is that Henry?
Kevin. Okay.
King Kevin coin. That
looks like an Indian princess.
It does, but it's not. I don't know.
Indian princess.
No, it's one of the early ones. It's the 11th century one. I mean, it might even be a fake. It's very strange markings. And you're back to the beginning now, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I mean that was an exceptional sight, that last sight at Ham. And it was stunningly beautiful. On Saturday, we had the most wonderful sunset just over the hills. But the wind funneling through underneath those hills, it was almost like there was a tornado blowing through. it narrowed, and therefore it kind of went right in your face. And I was walking across one field, I think it was like field 12, to get back to site. I couldn't actually breathe. The wind was cold, and
killed my gazebo, my new gazebo.
It killed the gazebo. It killed about 2 or 3 gazebos, I think.
Now, I've got one of the things we were talking about doing while we were all together. Some of the adverts from the start of the show were shortening the length of the adverts to start the show and throwing some from into the middle of the show simply so Adrian can have a wee normally. So I'm going to show a few adverts now. There's no Adrian's wall this week because he hasn't done one. And then we've got a few more videos that we, with Donna and myself and other people, have taken and sent over from the weekend as well. So
what are we calling the interlude now?
Just 2 minutes of adverts. Just in
so anyone who needs a wee, if you need to get another drink or cut yourself a slice of cake, now is the time. 3, 2, 1, go.
I never know what I'll find. But honestly, that's the best part. It might be something small, something forgotten, buried in the earth for decades or even centuries. But the second I uncover it, there's a rush, a thrill, because I know I've just brought a piece of the past back to life. Every discovery tells a story. Some are tied to history, others to lost treasure. But it's not just about the find. It's about the moment, that feeling, and sharing it with people who really understand the excitement. That's what makes this more than just a hobby. It's a passion, a connection, a community.
And we are back. Talking a big brief interlude. We are.
I just nipped in the chat to say thank you to Andrew T, because he said he's already said it once and he wanted to say it again. This is great, having Donna identifying finds.
Stop getting big-headed. Stop feeding your own ego. Calm down, woman.
I just said all of the wrong things. Now I'm thanking Andrew for being kind, because that is kind. Could you identify mine then, please, Andrew? It's only fair if I did all of those.
So we got a couple of videos from, I've no idea what's on them. So the first one was from site before the show last week.
This is Steve. Hello. And this is me. And this is a 0.9 mile walk to the pub, because we are concerned that we may run out of alcohol. So we're going to the pub. So there you go.
And then we had a bet that we had to bring something back to site with us. And Steve waited till last minute and found a pallet in the middle of the road, which we promptly burned. Now, this one was by Shane.
Come detecting, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Not even bad weather.
So that gives you an idea of what Friday night was like. I was actually sat in my van with the door shut because the rain and the wind was banging me straight through. Steve had the best position for his tent. The wind and rain was coming to the back of his tent where they were sat. So they were sat in Steve's tent, and Rick was sat in his van. I think everybody else was more or less doing the same.
I know. It was sad, really, because you were confined to your own base. You couldn't kind of.
But we still had a laugh. We still had a
did
laugh.
have a laugh. Yeah,
some of the videos, obviously, there's one video where I know where it is. I'll upload it during the next one.
Please do not get the wrong one.
No, not that one. Won't get the wrong one.
Whatever you do, not that one. While he's doing that, can I just say hi
I've got other videos.
You've got all your videos. Get the videos.
Go on.
So I don't know if you can hear me above the wind. So windy. It is beautiful here. Well, it's under a tree. It is just blowing a bloody gale. Whoa, look at that. It is stunning. Such a shame, Sandy.
The thing was, we didn't actually see you for 2 days, did we?
You didn't. Alan Tamlin positioned himself on the gate, and every time I either entered or left sight, I had to walk past him. Except he wouldn't let me. He was very passionate. Put it like that. Very passionate. I'm still processing.
I've just found the other half of the video and I've uploaded it. This was my direction, so you can see exactly what I was doing. It's not
anti-social. 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 Should we go have a look, see if he's having a wine corner? Should we surprise him?
I was eating cake.
That's what Shane said. Every time they opened the door, you were eating cake and looking like a naughty boy.
I was eating cake.
You ate all the cake, didn't you?
I did eat all the cake.
Yeah.
Or 90% of the cake. And this is the final video that I think Donna's probably taken. Thought I'd done some myself, but I can't find them.
Good afternoon from Saturday at RCM Ham. I'm going to spin you around. Look at this. That's a tiny person there. That's a very big hill. And here we are on Field 11. Nothing but just gun rounds. Loads and loads and loads of gun rounds. And look at that sky. And listen to that wind howling through the gap in the trees. Methinks there's another storm coming in, chaps. Anywho, tally ho, final RCM 2025.
Haven't you got small hands, Donna?
I'm not saying anything, and neither are you. That's naughty. Anyway, yeah, that was just before and there was another storm coming. Well, I actually bumped into the farm manager, the estate manager from the previous RCM. He was there detecting with his son, having a lovely time, and they sat down next to me and had their picnic on the field. And I was trying to make my way to another field. I gave up in the end. I literally got blown to pieces crossing that field through that gap. He said, we should wait here because there's another storm coming. And you could feel a bit of rain on the breeze. And it didn't happen. It was just the wind picked up. And holy moly, it was powerful coming through there. And I mean, it was so strong that when I was walking, it was blowing my spade off my shoulder. But also, if I was walking towards the wind, I had my big waterproof green coat on, and it was pulling me backwards. I actually ended up running backwards. It was hilarious. So yeah, you had to position yourself right. There were a couple of places where you could get out of the wind, and it was such a relief. But yeah, I did send Stephen Brame a few videos while we were out there as well, just to cheer him up because he was a bit sad that he couldn't come. But Stephen, it was a beautiful place. I am sure the fines or my fines would have been a lot better. I'm not going to say Dave's because otherwise that meant he would be digging buckets of gold. But I'm sure my fines would have been a lot better if the weather had been better and if somebody had have locked Alan Tamlin in the bog, to be fair.
Orange and black, Dominic. You'll know what I mean. So we spoke obviously at length about Dunkerque. We spoke about the RCM fines. So because obviously I wasn't able to attend Detectable this year, and again, it was a very, very well organised, well attended, well of discoveries as well. It was a fantastic event.
It was a huge event, absolutely massive event. Yeah.
And obviously we spoke about the legend that was more or less launched at the event. Legend 2, which was, launched in effect, but also there was again a multitude of fantastic finds. Donna, over to you.
Was. Oh, I don't know everything. So you've got a gold.
I don't know anything.
You got a gold hammered at the front, so that one's got a shield on it. It's not an angel. I don't know what it is. It looks a little bit like a half angel, something like that. I'm not sure. You've got a Hans Crowwinkle token there, and
Hans what? What now?
Pardon? Hans Crowwinkle. Hans
Crowwinkle. Go on, explain what one of them is because I've never heard of one.
So they're just farthing tokens. So they're some people call them they're like the Nuremberg tokens, but those particular ones are Hans Crowwinkle. And then you've got looks probably like another William or an early George coin, and that's a sovereign, and that's another uniface Celtic that looks like a quarter stater. And that's a key. Looks like it's a really nice thick one, probably quite early, I should think, with two kind of ribs going round the stem. I wasn't going to say shaft. And that's a gold sovereign. Yeah, that's a gold sovereign. And some people look, they've got a yurty. Digger Dawn got in the wrong one, didn't she? She was sleeping in somebody else's bed.
Doesn't surprise me.
And we've got a seal matrix there, and looks like we've got a little lead token. Hammered. Yeah, the other one looks like a half great, and don't know what the other one is. Looks probably like a farthing token or something. And some people having fun. That's a full grow. And we've got a fibula brooch. Somebody put that in just for Adrian. And then we've got a Constantine. That's another Roman coin. So Constantines are 4th century. And then we've got that looks a little bit like an English or French jeton. Probably French jeton there. And same fibula again. And that is hammered. That's a big hammered. That's going to be like Edward the fourth great. That's one of the votive kind of Roman. Yeah, with the writing on the Roman coins with the writing on, and the laurel, and that's a potin which you don't see very often. And that's a spear tip, Bronze Age spear. Yeah, that's really nice, actually. And it's a short one. It's not the long type. And that's the other side of the potin. And that's another jeton, big French jeton. And the French jetons are a lot bigger than the German jetons. And that's a penny, Edward Penny. And that's a great. And we're back to the beginning again. That's not all the finds that came from Detectival. There were loads. You've got
Reef.
Reef were just insane. They were incredible. I think the Friday it was a little bit cold and it was so windy putting the tents up, and they really needed to smash it on Saturday night. And I mean, we had 2 launches. We had the Mine Lab launch and we had the Legend launch, which was just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievably insane. And I mean, Dilek and the team did an amazing job of that. And then when Reef came on, oh my God. And they were just so good. It was actually my round. And I said, I can't leave. I can't leave. It's too good.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
No, honestly, it was the biggest, best event I think that Detectival has ever put on. I think the only gripe that anyone had was the cars were so far away from the camping. Amazing raffle. They had loads and loads of raffle prizes, which some people won. I didn't, but some people did. And everyone was there. All the YouTubers were there. The BBC were there. All the dealers were there. The tent, the actual main kind of marquee was full up with stalls and people. Treasure hunting team were there, absolutely smashing it out. Adrian, oh my God, did he work so hard? He really worked and worked and worked that weekend. Had an amazing time, and I think our friend Graham Dempsey did all right as well. In fact, I actually got a composite cleaning pencil. Yay! I finally got one, the actual penknife one, and I used it today out in the field for the first time. So fantastic. I didn't get round all the dealers, which is a shame, because I did try and go and say hello to quite a few of them. We've got a few of them are going to come on the show. The ones that I'm really looking forward to getting on are Dutchy detectors, and they're going to come on and they're going to talk about detecting in Cornwall, which is quite an interesting subject. So you had
as will one of our regular viewers and supporters, Derek Gibbon, will be able to tell us all about that, and I think John Clayton as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing because you had a lot of traffic into Cornwall from the Mediterranean quite early on, but there hadn't been a lot of detecting in Cornwall until sort of quite recently. So, flown in from Italy.
Dave Evans says that he's got a video of Lady Martin doing the conga.
Oh, you won't have me doing the conga. Was it me? Was it me?
Die. Go and tell.
I might have had a beer then. I don't remember there being a conga.
I was very, very drunk.
I was really very drunk, actually.
So all in all, we've had a fantastic, even though the last month weather-wise has been a bit up and down, we've had a fantastic autumn so far, end of summer and early autumn detecting.
I think we have. The fields are sort of being made ready now. I think the farmers are trying to get their crops in now quick ahead of the winter. So my favourite field has just come on, been rolled, and they're drilling it straight away. So I've been on it once. I was on it today, and you were with us, Donna, doing the conga at Detector. Stephen Brame, it's clearly so embarrassing. Was there a kebab van, Donna? No, and if there was, Matt, I wouldn't have eaten one. If I was with Stephen doing the conga, if he says I was there, but I have no memory of that. It was obviously so terrible, I've blanked it out.
Do you know?
We had a laugh. We had such a laugh, to be fair.
Just because Adrian isn't here, I'm going to see if I can find a video.
Okay.
From Saturday night, which was
Steve Petkin said I was in the conga with a French girl. It strikes me that a few people were cozying up to people in the conga.
I'd just like to point out, right, it's not all drunkenness and buffoonery and raving.
Absolutely.
As we can prove by the following video, which was taken at our little camp on Saturday night by Steve Cord. So here you go. This is us. This is what happens if you go onto a metal detecting rally. This is what happens.
So do you guys. This is the English log. Where are you?
Adrian's like the orchestrator of it all, isn't he?
He's having the best time, honestly. I watched that, and literally, if you watch it over and over, you can see how intense he is. He's really trying to get the words right. He's
Even better than that was the Kumbaya one as well.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. I just, you lads, I wasn't actually there on the Saturday night. It was that Saturday night, I'm assuming, but I wasn't actually there. Adrian had bought a keg.
Steve Barnett, careful which video you put up. Yes, we've been close, but no cigar. And even Tidy Treasure Hunter was getting deeply involved in Kumbaya in Ginganguli.
He had a lovely time. He kept coming up. He actually won himself.
We had a tidy time.
He won himself some hairstyling equipment. So the next time you see him, he will be all bougie in the hair region.
Nice one, Dark Knight.
We can't actually say that, I'm pretty sure, Jason.
We can't say it, but I'm sure people could read it if they could say it.
Exactly.
Fortunately, they're unable to see it because Adrian's in control of the show and I can't put anything up.
That's not true. That isn't true. I was going to say, you better not upset Adrian, because Adrian's got the best video of all of them. Well, I say the best, I mean the worst. Nobody needed to see that. And things like that just don't exit your head. They just hang around, if you know what I mean, Dave.
Listen.
Yes, darling.
Nick Berry's camera, the lens is burnt out. Leave it there. Yes, we've had a great couple of weeks. Anyway, what other that people know of, what other rallies are coming up between now and the end of the year, if any? Because obviously some of them may not be sold out yet, and people still might have the taste of going to
I mean, and also, don't forget you got weekenders on and things. And if you aren't in a local club and you want to get out a bit more, try reaching out to some of the regional clubs as well. I know that some of them are full, but I mean, some of them are still taking on members. And then you've got some of the bigger rally organisations that actually put on. They're not as big as things like RCM and Detectival. I mean, Detectival was bigger than it's ever been this year. The RCMs have been no frills, so they've actually been smaller than the big event they had last year. But the smaller kind of regional events, the ones that put on rallies here, there, and everywhere that you can just sign up for. How many do they have on average? About 50 to 100 people, Dave? Probably not even that. People like Let's Go Digging, Call to the Soil.
Yeah. 50 to 100.
Yeah. Yeah. So, have a look at Facebook if you do Facebook.
And one of the things we were talking about earlier with fines liaison officers, you've also got the opportunity with some clubs that the FLOs do actually visit the clubs, so you can drop your fines with them. Yeah. And that's off their own backs. I think they probably get expenses for travelling, but other than that, they come off their own back.
Part of their outreach commitment as well.
David Seymour, he says there's one in Chepstow in November, organised by Digging History, Festival of History. Chepstow, organised by Digging History in November. Thank you, David.
Have East of England got another one coming up? Because they did have one. I was under the impression there was another one coming up.
I don't know, but I'm just going to cut my photo.
I think I'd love to sort of get on one of those. Trouble is, if you don't do Facebook like me, it's a little bit difficult because a lot of these rallies do not have a website. Everything's on Facebook.
Yeah.
And Stephen's just saying how it was his first Detectival this year, and he's had a really great time meeting people. And I think that's the other thing as well. If you are a solo detectorist, I think you can be a little bit resistant to, I detect on my own. You're a bit resistant to wanting to go detecting with other people. Really, I was detecting on my own all weekend this last weekend.
That's because we kept hiding from you, Donna, with truth be known.
I know. We kept telling me where to go, and every time it was, we're over here. I couldn't have been further away. I was chasing you kind of round, like people chasing somebody around a tree. But, you are...
That's because we had loads of different people, and when we were like, Have you seen Donna? Yeah, she's here. Tell her we're here, the other side of the site, and then you wouldn't know.
No, it was fun.
But everybody knew where we'd end up.
Where did we end up?
Back at our van.
Back at the van, and the fire was going, and I was cold, and my back hurt, and Dave very kindly got me a chair and put it in front of the fire and said, "Sit down, Donna, and shut up."
Yeah, but I did sort of like the shut up bit was the most part of the conversation. Steve's still laughing about that. Sit down, Donna, and shut up. So, I mean, yeah, we've done them all now. They're all out the way. Look forward to next year. I hear there's big things for the Rodney Cook in 2027, as it's the 10th anniversary of Mr. Cook, Rodney Cook's death. So there's something big coming. Not sure what, because Gary won't tell us. And hopefully we'll have him on the show in the coming weeks when they'll be able to give us a total of monies raised up to now this year for the Rodney Cook, and also from obviously a grand total of everything raised, but also still to come. We've spoke about it several times on the show, is the display cabinet made by Wayne Rowlands from Treasure It. We played the advert in the middle of the show, and it's got a Roman suit of armor. Now, obviously, we've shown this on the show quite regularly, but any day now that's going to be going on to lockdown competitions, which will obviously raise all the monies directly to the Rodney Cook, as they've done in the past. So big up to Gary Smith and his partners for doing that, and obviously to Wayne Rowlands for making that. We look forward to that, and we will let you know when that is full and up and running.
Yeah,
see, I don't forget things, Donna.
Thank you. Do you know how long the competition will run on lockdown? How long do they normally run the competition for? Week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month?
How do I know?
No, because
I just host the show.
Yeah. I don't. We need advance notice, and then people need to know. Maybe we should get them on and actually ask them to tell us.
I'm sure Gary will come on the show. That won't be a problem. I'm sure Wayne will come on the show as well.
Wayne wants to come on the show. That'd be really nice to have Wayne on the show, and also we're going to have Nick Berry is going to come on the show as well. And me and Nick are going to talk about art, which is nice. And I've got lots of other guests lined up for us.
Have you booked them in the diary yet?
No, not yet.
So you're not that good, are you?
Come on in.
Call yourself a secretary.
Sorry, I've got a small thing sitting on my lap. Small phone.
Is it a pussy? Cat.
It's my baby.
Is that Salem out of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
This one's called Luna. She's the new one. So you'll just see some ears poking up. I'll try and stop her from...
And that's Stuart creeping along the back of the floor.
No, it's not. He wouldn't get in here. It's covered in stuff, the floor. I can't show you the floor. It's too embarrassing. I've still not tied it up. I'm like a naughty child. I was listening to Radio 4 today, as one does, and I was listening to an interview, and they were actually talking about chaos. Chaos has to be behind creativity. If you can't be creative if you don't have an element of chaos. So I feel validated now. That's fine.
Okay. And also, anybody who does want to find out more about Digstock, go over and, just Google Digstock, because I'm sure there'll still be tickets available for I think it's a 4-day detecting event from the 4th or the 6th of March. I've not got that information in front of me. In America, in North Carolina, and from the information that I've been told by Jess and Matt, the site is very historically significant in the US and promises to be not just metal detecting finds, but also ancient Indian artifacts and such like as well. So if you are interested in, I mean, there's a hell of a lot of Americans come over to the UK. I know Butch Holcomb from Digger magazine in the US. I know he's bringing a lot of people over later this month, I think it is, and stay in Norfolk or Suffolk with an American people, and then that looks like they're going to have a fine time there because I know the site, oddly. Dave, have you had George and Paul on from the Land Rover podcast yet? George Ridway found the Helmingham Hoard a few years ago. I've not heard of the Land Rover podcast, I'm afraid, Matt. I don't listen to many things other than Sasquatch chronicles.
Matt, can you send your email to the Beauty Detecting Show so Dave can pass it on, and then I will pass my email on to you. Please, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Andrew, we've asked Butch to come on the show, but obviously Butch has had an up and down year so far. So as soon as Butch is sorted, I'm going to contact him again to come on the show. But he's very interested.
Do we know whereabouts in North Carolina the rally is? Big stuff. I was going to say North Carolina is massive.
Donna, I don't even know where North Carolina is.
Okay.
I know it's in America. That's about it.
Okay, no, it's fine.
And therefore, where's South Carolina?
Where's South Carolina? Next to North Carolina. It's south
is
of North
Carolina a state, or is the North Carolina and South Carolina the two states?
North Carolina and South Carolina are two different states.
Oh.
Yeah.
And each state is probably the size of Britain.
They're pretty big, yeah. They're just underneath is it the Appalachian Mountains? Absolutely stunning this time of year, beautiful. We drove through the mountains in the fall when we went to Indianapolis. We went right through the mountains. It was incredible. Just the colors of the trees, the terrain, like the actual crevices and waterfalls and mountains, and oh my god, just you could get lost in there easily. Just never come back. It's an incredible place.
So me, Matt and Jess have a plan as well, non-metal detecting plan. When at some point in the future I go over, they're taking me out and about doing nothing to do with metal detecting.
Have you been before?
I've only been to Florida, 1998. Right.
I think what you find is that you're in the Carolinas. If anyone is planning to visit for Digstock, it's in the Bible Belt. You have to be very careful about and it's not the state. No. It is county, because you have counties within a state, but the actual drinking laws, because North Carolina has some what they call dry states, which dry counties, which means you can't drink alcohol. People are very, very religious. You know, they don't cuss and swear, and they are very polite. And
so what you're saying is, don't go, Dave.
It's a bit like going back to the 1800s when Stu first came out to meet my family. I said, you know, it's completely different, and he said, no, I'll be fine. You know, I talk English, blah blah. And when he first went out there, he was absolutely floored. Just people's manners are so different. Just so different, and how people behave towards one another. People
James Barnes, yes, you are correct.
What did he say? I'm talking too much.
He's just no. He's correct in saying what he said.
Yeah.
Amish people. Oh, I want to see real. I want to go and raise a barn.
Do it.
Sorry, I want to go and watch people raising the barn.
No, go and help. Go and help.
Fall down.
Yeah.
Do they pay you in cake? See, the biggest problem I have in America that we found over the weekend is they don't actually have chips.
Oh, they have fries.
Their chips are crisps, and their fries are nothing like chips.
Oh, they are. They're like.
No, they're not. They're like bloody French fry things. They don't make chippy chips.
But they do. Some of them do chunkier ones. They're fine. You go to
James. Yes.
You'll be fine. You will find the food plentiful and delicious, and everything you want to eat, I'm sure. And the cakes are massive and full of icing.
Have I seen Kingpin? No, I don't think I have, Matt. I've seen him in Daredevil.
Yeah, see.
Oh, Kingpin. Yes, Kingpin, the Tempin Bowling. Yes, I've seen Kingpin. Love it.
They raised a barn in that. Well, they
And
raised
he
their
was drinking some milk from a male cow.
This. That's no. Anyway, James Bond says Bigfoot. I don't think there's a Bigfoot in the Carolinas. Amish and Mennonite, says Andrew T. They do have Amish out in the country. Do they have Bigfoot in the Carolinas? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
I've never heard that one. Yeah, not ever heard that. Somebody's been to Houston and Vegas. They're both great places. Who said that?
Jason Hill.
Yeah. I mean, America is huge, and in every Nick Berry said, "In my mind, I'm going to Carolina." That's the song. It's every state is different. It has its own. You call it color in terms of its sort of vibration, in terms of its sort of social way people act with each other. And the Carolinas are they're pretty like England. I think it's one of the prettiest states. Anyway, I'm waffling. So
it's not like you.
Next week, I'm going to be on the show with Adrian.
You are. I'm going to be at a Skindred gig at Keele Hall.
Skindred. Well, at the moment, we are planning to talk. I haven't told Adrian this, but I'm going to clean this. I'm going to clean this, whatever it is, and try and get an ID on it. Yeah, it's some kind of a knot thing. Not sure what. But
yeah, I think you want to talk about cleaning, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about cleaning.
Maybe try and involve Graham a little bit in the show as well, if he'll come on.
I had my dangler, my little composite cleaning penknife.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I had that hanging off my belt right next to my QR code for the show that people.
Nick Berry says it's the top of a hat pin.
I thought that. I did wonder that. Thank you, Nick. I'm going to try and look that up and see if I can get that. I thought hat pin, hairpin. So well done. Thank you.
Chrissy says Dirty Dick's Crab House in North Carolina. Delicious seafood restaurants. Don't like seafood unless it's cod in batter.
Massive burgers as well. But yeah, so basically I had the composite cleaning penknife hanging off my belt. And when I was talking to several people, I was asked how to use it. How do you use it? You know, I've got one of those, or I want to get one of those. A couple of people wanted to go off to Graham and get one of those. And a couple of people said, oh, I've got one of those. I'm not really sure how you use it properly. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we can bring our fines up with that.
Well, his new Swiss Army knife contraption, I've found to be absolutely invaluable the past 2 weeks.
That's great.
They're absolutely invaluable.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant for in the field. And I mean, these people that just rub their fines like on with their fingers like this. Tell you what, get some sandpaper, get your coin, right, and then rub it on sandpaper. No, don't ever do that. That's what you're doing when you're doing this. Dirt has got sand in it.
It's not just about that, Donna. It's your natural oils in your skin.
Yeah, but once the dirt is off it, so once the dirt is off it, like you can rub or not oils on, or you can be very delicate with it so you don't get oils in contact with it. There's two ways of looking at that argument, but don't rub the grit into the coin, especially if it's copper alloy, because you can literally wipe the pattern off instantly. So we're going to talk about potions, ways of cleaning, just ways of looking after your fines. And that might be interesting because we all have different soil types as well. So I would be interested if some of you can think. Are you yawning? Are you asleep?
No, I'm painting.
You're painting.
Yes.
I've got special medicine to collect tomorrow. I'd be really interested. Huh?
Can I have some?
I don't know. No, it's restricted. Grits are creamy porridge made from ground-dried corn, a staple food in the American South, traditionally associated with indigenous peoples, colonizers, cooked in water, broth, or milk. Andrew, just to say, grits are disgusting. Nobody eat grits. Please do not eat grits. You'll hate them. Thank you. Are you doing that thing?
Matt Kent says, is a sandblaster okay?
Yes, Matt. No, anyway, so ideas. Things you want to know, questions. How do
Absolutely.
you clean your finds? That's what we're going to talk about. And Adrian
Allegedly.
will die. Adrian will die when I
And
tell you this.
has Adrian done a phone in from?
Good night, Declan.
Has Adrian done a phone in from France? I best do one from a gig.
Yeah.
You won't hear me, but you'll be
No,
rocking
send us a
out.
video though.
Jace Hell, you like Skinred.
Send us a video. He didn't.
Well,
Does
going
Jason like loud music?
Probably not.
No, he didn't seem to like Reef. He said they were rubbish.
Right, let's go.
Great show tonight. Have a great weekend and
Donna,
happy hunting. See you next week, said Derek.
Stop keeping people awake.
Thank
you all. Have a good week out, and we will see you all same time, same place next week. Good night, everyone.
Good.